So, okay, so when you're on PAL and everything, now you're on the team, you got hazed, you're clips and everything. Like, how does it start going? And you said you're already designing your own board from the get-go.
Yeah.
And you're not pro, you're not,
So on that tour, we met Stacy Peralta at one of the last stops.
Okay.
And he let me know. He's like, dude, I want to turn you pro in 2, maybe 3 years. But you're going to have to make yourself well known enough that it makes sense for the company.
Mm-hmm. If the company's designing that weird board, right?
Yeah.
They have to sell it.
Right, I guess so. Like when the board came out,
yeah,
nobody, not even my closest friends, not Kevin Harris, not George, nobody thought it was going to be popular.
Right, right.
It was like a passion project for me to make a board that does all my tricks.
Mm-hmm. But was it in production or was it just made for you?
Just made for me for the whole time I was on Powell until it came out.
Oh, when did you turn pro? What year?
I don't even know, dude. 2019, 2018.
Okay, so this is actually just recent, within the last 4 years.
Yeah, within the last 4 years.
Okay, so up until this point, you're actually writing your own shape that they only made for you. Were they putting graphics on this board?
Yeah, they would put I could pick a graphic.
Oh, anything.
I would always get the Kevin Harris graphic.
Okay.
But it was made for a popsicle stick, so there'd be wood grain all around.
That's so sick.
Wow.
Like the OG his old graphic?
No, it was like it was his old graphic.
Right.
Yeah.
Amazing.
With the beaver.
Yeah.
Huh.
So sick.
Wow.
So you're growing your fan base already before you even turned pro. Like you could feel it. So then they were confident that they could sell this board.
Well, they were confident that enough people knew my name that something would happen. Maybe.
Right.
Like they just did it, dude. They didn't think it was gonna sell. Everyone said it looked like a dick. Even my closest friends are like, "You still riding that dick canoe, bro?" And I'm like,
right.
Yeah, well, it works, bro. Like, check it out. Watch this trick.
Well, that's funny. We have it.
This shit worked for me.
Every
bro.
board, dude. Everyone
The board's
has their
great,
own-
dude.
Yeah.
Got it right here. Actually, it does look like a dick.
Yeah.
Looks like a penis. No, so here's the board right here. I mean, this shape is... Because I want you to go over this shape with us, if you don't mind. Because every little thing on this board, every little nook, every little cranny has something to do with a trick.
100%.
100%. This is a fully functional... Everything on here is for function.
Yeah.
Can you break it down of what each part is for?
I can for sure.
Let's see it.
But I'm going to start off by saying, in street and bowl, it might not be that common. Like, this is kind of crazy that I made a board for all these tricks. In freestyle, that's how it works. Mm-hmm. Like, you just get so good at whatever until you can get your own board designed around your trick selection.
So are you riding this board? Like, you probably have a quiver of boards, right? You probably have a bunch.
I have, this board is my serious skating.
Okay.
And then all my other boards, I call them rat traps. They're
Do you
just,
have a freestyle?
so hard to skate.
Do you have a freestyle board?
I don't.
So you use this thing for freestyle, bowls, street,
Yeah.
everything.
This is the...
All terrain.
Battle
ATV. That's your battle axe. Do you switch your wheels up? Size?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Wheels I switched from 56 to 53.
Okay.
Okay.
Got you. Bowls 56, street 53.
Trucks are all the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mini logo,
Mini logo trucks. Perfect.
8.75. Trucks have to be a little bit narrower than the board for primos to work, right?
Okay, so run us through this board real quick, because it is a very weird shaped board.
Yes. So
There you go. That's a good, that's a camera right there. So good angle.
right there. So as a freestyler who
Yeah.
does primos, this right here and this right here are like the most important pieces. Those are your primo nose and tail.
Crucial.
So like they're slightly different.
You could take that helmet off.
Yeah.
that fucking thing if you just throw it over there, bro.
Thing's disgusting.
Yeah. Tearing up our road back there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So this one's a little mellower.
Okay.
So it's better for like flipping kind of the regular way where you see people do primo flips. And then this one is a little bit steeper so it can flip kind of the opposite direction.
Okay, I see.
For doing butter flips where you're trying to go up into pogo.
Oh, okay.
It's a butter flip to pogo is tough, Kelly, if you don't know.
This sounds incredible. incredibly hard. Yeah.
Invented by, or at least named by Keith Butterfield,
Yeah, I've been working on that for a while.
who did
It's
a
tough.
painting of me, which I gave to my mom for Mother's Day.
Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Beautiful.
Keith Butterfield, amazing artist and skateboarder.
Mr. Butterfield.
So that's the Primos.
Okay.
The other key part about Primos is the widest point has to be in from the axle. So if the axle is right here, then you go and it just kind of hits this wall. So like most street decks are kind of like flat, and then they start to curve.
Right.
Which makes Primo flips dramatically harder.
You want a little bit of wiggle room. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so you can kind of like step around.
Got you.
You can walk with it.
Yeah, and there's less friction there. It's like it's on two little bumps almost, two little hips.
Yeah, so the reason for the hips here is I wanted a completely symmetrically weighted board. I wanted my board to balance in the center.
That's the issue because you have a wider thing over here and over there it's not, so it's going to be off balance.
Exactly. So by the nature of this being square,
Right.
Also, the nose and tail are the exact same length. But
Do we know the length?
7 inches.
7 inches. Okay.
But because this is square, it takes up more space, so it weighs more than the front.
Okay. So having that curve in equals out the weight distribution or the balance.
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or that might be too busy for the camera to see the shape. But yeah, so that way when you do tray flips, it rotates around the center. If you think about doing a tray flip on an old school board without a nose, it just doesn't flip right. You know what I mean? It doesn't spin right. And then most boards actually have a larger nose than a tail, which I attribute to like when you ollie, the tail comes up a little easier.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it's lighter. If you want to do like a poked out kick flip.
Which is a beautiful kick flip.
I was going to say Chico Brenes is not having a problem with doing tray flips on these bigger boards that I'm seeing him set up. You know what I'm saying? That's
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know
Chico
that it is Chico Brenes. But I know that he's definitely capitalizing on it for sure because no matter how big the board is, that shit still looks the same.
Yeah, big boy.
Yeah, Simon Woodstock on the skimboard, dude.
There you go.
Oh my goodness.
There you go.
Yeah.
Kickflip the skimboard.
Widest board. So that's the nose. The wider section's the tail.
Yeah, so the nose has this curve on it for when you do pogos. So when you pogo, you don't usually want to be fully straight. You're often on an angle.
Got you. I was going to ask why
I
wouldn't you want a straight for
Never
pogo?
would have thought that.
Okay.
Didn't realize that.
Never tried it.
So if you do a carousel, which is when you're in pogo and then you do somewhat of an impossible to another pogo.
What?
Like if you land on a corner, it's gonna chip pretty easily. So you want that margin of error so you can land.
You can go from that to that?
Yeah, people do it. Like I have one in my pro part. But then I watch other freestylers, and it's like an entry-level pogo trick.
No way.
So I'm like people think I'm good at freestyle, dude. I'm like really pretty novice. I'm just mastered what I can do.
Wow.
But when it comes to truck tricks, dude, like look up Sean Burke.
Truck tricks are primo? Or what do you mean?
Truck tricks would be truck stand tricks. Like there's some people that
I see what you're
just
saying.
specialize in truck stand tricks.
So it's like your feet are on the trucks, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't skate smooth concrete. You need to be on rough concrete so it grips.
Oh, wow.
Looking for that rough.
crazy.
Totally opposite.
Yeah.
We're looking for that smooth.
Smooth as possible.
Why the flat tail?
So the flat tail was like the most important thing for me. So I could do truck stands on a ramp.
Interesting.
So
On the coping.
On the coping.
Okay.
With metal coping, it's usually too slippery.
Right.
But for my home park, there's a bowl without coping and stuff like that. You know?
Sure.
So I wanted something that wouldn't slip off.
Because with the rounded,
It's just
you're slipping off.
go everywhere. And then tail blocks too, to keep it more simple.
Okay.
Right.
Like tail blocks are just legit.
Wow.
So that brings me to my, there's so much more. But my final big point, which is these edges here.
Okay.
They're like, imagine if the whole tail was square and then they just chopped off the corners.
It's kind of what it is. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
And that allows for like, if you draw a line from where your wheel is to what the contact point on the ground would be.
Okay.
You have this whole wing that'll pressure point.
Oh.
So if you want to scoop a tray, you have your foot in the wing, and then it puts up the
already
wall for
guiding
you to
it.
flick against.
Yeah.
Wow.
I want to try
I
this
love
board.
that,
I want to try
dude.
this thing.
Could you imagine? I
Seriously.
can't. I
I love that. I totally get what he's saying too. It was awesome, right?
100%.
You know, you don't usually hear skaters talk like that though,
No.
because they're not so detailed. They just
They go off
whatever
what they
works
feel.
works.
Yeah,
They don't
exactly.
like
Right.
they don't like deep dive into it. There's a few skaters.
Dude, I swear it's a freestyle thing. Cause like you'll hear street skaters talk about rails and ledges to insane detail, like how much wax is on it, or where the crack is.
Jamie Foy talking about rails. You
Yeah.
know, he's so detailed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Totally, like the width of the bar, all this stuff.
Everything.
But in freestyle, your board is your only obstacle.
Yeah.
So it's like your ledge and your rail and your quarter pipe. So like it has to be tuned to like what you're trying to do. So
Wow.
I think it's fascinating that because hey, maybe a normal person would be like, okay, cool, I got my freestyle board here, man. I got my street board, I got my park board, But then here you are, like, no, I just want one board. I'll just switch my wheels, but I want a board for everything I do.
and that's
I love that.
That's the stem from skull skates.
Them with the weird shapes and the pointy noses. And,
They had
right.
the freestyle board, they had the bowl board, they had the street board, and I was riding all of those and then just taking notes.
From all of
Gotcha.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let me see that thing again real quick. Sorry. I love it, man.
What's
This
the
is-
dimensions? I mean, it's probably all over the place,
Oh,
but
this
like,
is how it looks like a penis. There you go.
Oh yeah.
what's the length of it?
I don't know the actual length. It's a 15-inch wheelbase.
Well, you have two sizes. This is the big boy.
Yeah, the small one was made for consumer.
This is the one you skate?
go.
That's the one.
That's when I ride.
Let me see.
It's
that.
one Roger. That's huge. I think I have. You gave because when you were here last, I think you gave us all boards. I think I got the small board, which is great. I think. Can't remember. But looking at that now, it looks like a big board.
It's light for being a big ass board, though.
Well, it's
I feel
the,
like it is.
Dude, that was the other thing that just aligned. Like flight decks came out
Flight deck.
That's what it is. I
right
just saw that.
before
That
my
name.
board came out. So like,
Amazing.
the way that
Because this would actually weigh a lot more.
What exactly is a flight deck? It's like a construction that they use?
yeah. So normally skateboards have like layer of wood this way, layer of wood that way. I think Schmidt told me it's like 4 this way and then 3 that way or something. And have you ever done it where you like karate chop a piece of wood in half? It only works one way
Yeah, with the grain.
with the grain. So
I took karate back then. I broke a lot of boards.
yeah,
got up to some color belt. I forget.
Orange? Like 9 Club?
Well, maybe purple. I don't know.
Purple's pretty close to black.
I
Oh,
know.
dude, that's
I was
really
getting
close.
far in that karate class. Go ahead. Sorry.
So the flight decks have 5 plies of wood, and they're all vertical. So there's no cross grain. So good luck trying to karate chop it in half this way.
Right. Because but it's also this like
The carbon fiber, that's the secret stuff, dude.
right.
Secret sauce.
It's 5 plies. You're missing 2 plies here.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually 2 plies of fiberglass. So
Gotcha. Okay, but that's like very thin.
and the bottom ply is just for show. So you don't need that bottom ply of wood
Okay.
for the strength. It's just so that you're sliding on wood, not the fiberglass.
It's fascinating. The thing that trips me out the most is that like I don't know the actual sales, man. We've just heard, but this is like the best selling board out there.
I don't know the actual sales either.
No, in the world, the marketplace of skateboarding. This is
Your board's hard to come by.
It is very hard to come by, but it is popular. It's a popular board, and I just find that interesting because it's not the normal shape you would see at a skate shop. Even this might be the only board like its kind when you walk into a skate shop.
I designed it for my tricks. So if you do those tricks, like I designed it because I couldn't skate another board.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like I can't do all my shit on another board. So I have people that buy like 8 to 10. They're on like I'm on my 10th one. Because it's all they can skate. Because if they skate anything else, it inhibits them from doing whatever trick it was they were thinking about.
That's so amazing.
A lot of freestylers buying your board?
Very few. Because freestyle boards are usually super
Yeah,
small.
they're different, bro.
But if I see a freestyler on my board, I'm fucking following that dude. I'm hyped, bro, because that's what I designed it for, right?
Yeah.
Dude, one of the best things about that board is how well balanced it is.
Thank you, Ron.
Like you can ride that thing either way. It feels like you're riding a symmetrical board, except it's not. But like, no matter which way you ride it, it always feels.
He loves
the
that
same.
board. He has a.
It's behind Kelly right now.
Yeah,
actually.
on the left over. Oh, you're right. You're right. Down below.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, that was the idea of the balanced symmetry is like you could skate it backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
And that doesn't make me mad. Like skate it backwards,
Yeah.
that would actually get me stoked.
Go.
It
Yeah.
does feel light, dude.
It's light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that flight deck stuff is
I want
incredible.
one of those for sure. I want one just to like have it as a cruiser board and I'll fuck around and do some shit on it.
Well, this is a good time for me to give you my gift.
Uh-oh. What's that?
Dude, this is the board we filmed the video on.
No way.
This
Is it really, bro?
Yeah.
You've been skating it this whole
Put the
time?
sticker on there too.
Yeah, dude, it's got a broken truck. It's like fully
Yes, dude.
and then it's like fully worn in.
Wait, is that really for us? For real?
Yeah.
That's for us. Let me see that. Thank you, man.
That's awesome,
Wow,
dude.
you gotta.
Yeah, check that out.
How is
Jeron will
that?
take
Look
it.
at that.
I was like, let me intervene here.
Go ahead, bro.
I
Look
want
at
to check
that
it out.
board,
This
huh?
is a fucking amazing, dude. And the custom fucking grip job. Like,
Look at that. We filmed the thing. You kept the board the whole
it,
time,
dude.
bro. Making
Yeah,
me
bro.
emotional right now,
I
bro.
love it, bro.
Wow. You gotta sign it for us.
That's actually.
I
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
You have your graphic on the front and the back. You have the graphic on the grip tape.
Do they sell this graphic grip tape?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They
Okay.
do.
Always getting an
Amazing.
incentive.
Man, thank you for that, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Got you
Incredible.
guys, man.
So thoughtful.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
he's a great
super
guy.
thoughtful.
Where is that like button? Right? Is it right here or right here?
Just a little scroll coming down the bottom.
It's
Subscribe.
over to it's on your
It's on my
left.
right? It's on
No,
my
on your
left.
left.
Hey,
Yeah,
hit
right
that
there.
button right there.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah, please.
The like button's kind of like in the middle there. It's like we're kind of like
it's like right here?
Kind of.
Like
yeah,
right
and
there?
The subscribe's like over to the left.
It's like right over there. All right.